if self-soothing is a neurological impossibility for babies, why does sleep training work? My name is Hava. I provide a responsive alternative to sleep training. Now, the reality is that sleep training actually doesn't work as much as you probably hear. We know from research that over 20% of families who try to sleep train their child, regardless of method, it just doesn't work. Their baby either never stops signaling in the middle of the night or just never stops crying. We also know that for families that sleep training does work for them in the beginning, it doesn't always last. Families many times have to retrain over and over again throughout developmental progressions, after illness, teething, all these different things. Now, sleep training itself is a behavioral intervention. We know again from research that sleep training has little to no effect on sleep itself. It just changes how the babies signal. So they still wake just as much, but instead of perhaps calling for you for help, they just stay quiet in their cribs. This is because after the baby learns through either not being responded to at all, only being responded to in, timed increments, or only being responded to in certain ways, they learn that they are not going to get the response that they are seeking. They essentially give up, and they learn as also a survival mechanism that it saves their energy from calling and not getting a response. Because for sleep training, not only do you train at the beginning of the night, you do so for every subsequent wake throughout the night. Now, yes, for some families, it is a 3 days and done process. However, these babies for whom it works kind of that way for them are typically the more easygoing babies who would have naturally consolidated their sleep a little bit earlier. So at the end of the day, it is a behavioral intervention that is designed to change not how the baby sleeps, but how the baby signals for you. Those needs all still remain, they're just not getting responded to, so they give up calling. Again, this is why it often doesn't work for a lot of families, because their baby either never stops calling or the process has to be retrained or redone multiple times, because those needs never went away. They're all still there. Now, if you as a parent choose to utilize this behavioral intervention as a parent for your child, more power to you. Every family needs to make the choices that are right for them. However, I firmly believe that the sleep training industry needs to have more transparency in regards to why and how these methods work, because you'll often see them promoted as, necessary for babies to get the sleep that they need, when in fact we know that this is very far from the truth, because again, it has very little to do with their sleep itself. It just changes how they signal.